All right, welcome to Posivitity. It's the way to go. She is an author, an actress, and now filmmaker. Where recently she made her directional debut with Morning Sacrifice. She also appeared in Demon's Pit with a movie that stars Dean Cain, Randy Couture, Robert Davey, and welcome to the show today, Tonya Todd. How's it going?
Meow, thank you for having me.
So I didn't know this. I looked in the email. I didn't know you know Bruce Ronicky. I just interviewed him on my YouTube channel. I'm like, we got to come in person. We know.
Yeah, he's my publicist.
Yeah, he a big NHL. He in Tampa Bay. How did y'all first meet?
At a writing retreat that happened in Las Vegas, he was one of the speakers, and I was just brand new, didn't know what I was doing, had no business being there, and the And I Thought ladies invited me as their guest because they saw potential in me, and I got to meet a lot of really amazing people and most of them I'm still connected with today.
Yeah, but then he gets you involved in like hockey because he always like to talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning.
No.
He he can't grill you in, right? She like, nah, I'll never be a fan of hockey, bro. She like, I'm cool with you, Bruce, though.
I mean, I don't mind hockey, but I have other things to do with my time. If I had free tickets, I would go see a match, but I wouldn't seek it out.
Oh, okay. So, what has been the most rewarding aspect of you being a creative person? What's the most like aspect?
I'd say it's probably the relationships that I've built along the way. But there is something to the creative process and getting to see your words played out on screen. Like that was extremely rewarding when I was directing my short film, because that was a short story that I wrote. Like that was my first publication as a brand new author, and then I turned it into a short film. And to see someone play it out on screen, it was magical and it brought tears to my eyes. But even bigger than that is the relationships that I've built along the way with people that I've met either doing interviews like this or in the creative community, just pretty much all over the world. I've met people that I now consider friends, people I love. It's not just I'm close to them as a buddy, but people that are pretty much considered family now.
Yeah. So, who the biggest star that you met? Like you was in awe of, like you wanted to meet, but you haven't met or you have met so far.
The biggest star that I would like to meet and haven't had an opportunity to meet yet would be Michelle Pfeiffer. I absolutely love.
Uh,
I have since I've known about her, I have called her my favorite actress.
Yeah, well, you should reach out. You think it's a way for you to reach out to her and stuff, or you
Probably, but
know?
I need to have something to offer, not just, hey, I would like to meet you. I'm waiting till I have maybe the right script that I want to share with her, something that would
Can
be
you
beneficial to her too.
can you put me in a movie, Tanya? I've been looking to be an extra, but it's hard. I'm in Chicago.
You are in Chicago, so yeah, you would have to find your way here, or I would have to be filming there.
Well, whenever you film, let's let me do a part or something.
Okay, I'm always looking for extras.
Yeah, I'll be your extra, Tanya. You can call me up.
I
I'm
appreciate
your guy. So, how has your artistic journey evolved over time? Because I know artistic stuff. I know you big into that.
Well, I guess I would say that I started off as a writer. Something came to me in a dream. I started writing, caught the writing bug, and just like really, really fell in love with the process of writing. And the first character that I really worked on was an actress, which was not something I was doing in my life at the time. I had done things as a teenager, but not when I started writing like that. And so it kind of manifested into my life that the character that I was writing, I started living bits of her life, and it's like, wow, I wrote this into existence. So I would say that would be the biggest creative evolution. But, even back then, I never even considered directing as an option. So the fact that I have now written screenplays, written short stories, written manuscripts. I have a book with my name on it. I have two books with my name on it, but one is just me, this one right here. And now I've actually directed amazing actors in something that I wrote. It's been just a brilliant, wonderful, special journey.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people like I was talking to Hollywood Capone. You know Hollywood Capone, right? Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Yeah, he was talking about Brad Pitt, how he made it big and stuff. He started being an extra. He'll
Hmm.
say one word and he'll be pour water and he'll just say one word and then that'll be it. That's how his career started, you know.
Yeah, we all have to start somewhere.
Yeah, but I think what you're doing is good though, because a lot of women today, you know, they starting to cross over to like actually producing shows and stuff, you know. It's
Yeah, we have
like
to. We have to do it.
well, yeah, well, the thing is, you want to get the credit you deserve, you know, and you don't want nobody taking your credit away from you. So, you know, it's good that you're doing both things and stuff, you know, especially with the equality aspect of things as well.
And we want creative control.
Yeah, exactly. And you only can do that by also having power over what you're doing in your projects. So, how do you decide which projects to take on? Because I know a lot of people throw a lot of movie strips at you and stuff. They're like, "We want you to do this, Tanya, and this." But she's like, "Wait, hold up, we got to do this first."
So I used to be a lot more open to just any opportunity. It would be, look, I just need to get myself out there and be grateful to have an opportunity to, practice my skill. But once you get going, you build some momentum and you realize you're getting more opportunities than you could possibly do well. So then you start weighing, is this a project that I would be interested in on my own? Does it have any themes that matter to me? Is this a character that I can get like really sink my teeth into and feel like I can connect with this character? And if it's not, is it worth the effort it's going to take to get there? Is it worth the time away from other projects? That kind of thing. And sometimes it's about, you know what, maybe I don't love this character, but I have wanted to work with this person for a long time. So yeah, it's worth it. It's worth the time it's going to take to learn how to move in this character's skin.
Well, what character do you want? What character would you like to do that you see, you know, that other people probably may have never done before, you know, like to break some barriers with your character, you know, and your chemistry, you know, on screen and everything.
I'm very fond of playing vampire queens.
You would have been good in Vampire Diaries then. You would have been very good. You want to be a good vampire or a bad vampire though, because
I don't
you know
think that anyone is ever really truly good or truly bad. Everyone is some blend of all of it.
yeah, but I've seen some movies like Good Friday, you know, or the Friday after next. It's always a good character, bad character in the movies, you know. It's like they
I
need a
aim to
little
be
bit
the
of equal.
protagonist in my own story, no matter which role I'm playing.
So, can you describe a time when you had to decide whether to give up or keep going, and how you made the choice?
Ooh, yeah, I can. So the book 52 Love, this one right here, it started off as a blog series, and I was brand new to writing. I was trying to build discipline and making sure that I was putting something out there in the world so that I could make a name for myself. And, I was building some momentum as an actor, but writing was taking longer. Both require a lot of work. And you can't put 100% into both of them all of the time. So I wanted to make sure that I was making space for my writing. I chose a topic, love, that was something that I could write about for an entire year, and it would be one love lesson per week for an entire year. This way I could just write a little bit, put it out there, and it's getting my name out there in the world. And, you know, it's 2020 and I'm doing this, putting one love lesson out per week. And then we know what happened in 2020. The world shut down. Everyone's inside. I had my biggest role as a stage actor. I was to star as Cleopatra in a mashup of Julius Caesar and Antony and Cleopatra, and I was playing Cleopatra in that. So it was called Caesar and Cleopatra. So I was so ready to take the stage and play this character that I had been making my own for months. And the shutdown happened the day that we were supposed to start. Like it was heartbreaking. So I started getting, a little sad, but then guilty for being sad because people are dying. Like I shouldn't be whining about this, but it was still kind of heartbreaking. And I started wondering, should I even be doing this love lesson thing? Like, look at what is happening in the world. Does anybody care about this? Then we get to June, and June is when I was really like, I think I'm just going to quit doing this because it feels it feels like this doesn't matter right now. And out of nowhere, people just started messaging me through the website where I was posting it, text messages, emails, and I hadn't voiced this to anyone, but they were responding to it anyway. It's like the universe and God were responding to my question of why am I even doing this right now? And people were saying, thank you for putting something positive out in the world. Thank you for giving us something good to look forward to that isn't all of the scary negativity that's happening right now. And because of that, I kept going and I ended up getting an agent for 52 Love by the end of the year. And if I had quit, I would not be where I am right now at all.
Well said, because I think since COVID, a lot of people been living in fear and everything. And like, if you say like "Hey" or "How you doing," people get a little weird and they get like put back at it all, you know. And the world shouldn't be that way. We got to be a community, you know, of brothers and sisters and get along and stuff, you know. We got to show the world something different, not do what
Being
everybody else
social
do.
requires practice, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's a commitment too as well, like you do in your movie and the book. You took a chance on yourself, you know, when nobody was looking or watching at all. You like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be committed to it, and then look at you now. You
No,
got a
thank
book and
you.
everything, you know. I don't know if you're a New York Times bestseller yet, but you'll get there though.
Thank you.
So, how do you use your platform to promote your advocacy and your activism?
Well, one of the things I do is I'm a co-host on a collective called Fem On. It's a podcast of 5 women, and I host a series called Active Activism, where I bring other people on where they can talk about their advocacy, their charities, the causes important to them. And then I also do an annual series called Banned Books Conversations, where I have 7 different panels. We read 7 different banned books, and then we talk about why it's important to protect the right to read, why we should be reading these books, why books should be available to the public, and why we should protect everybody's right to read and not to read. Protect their right to make the choice whether they read something or not.
Yeah, because I think I'm not much of a reader, Tanya. I'll be honest with you, but I try
You
to read.
you admit this willingly.
Hey, hey, I'm like Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, he said people send him books and stuff, and he don't read them at all. He said he may read like 5 books, 5 pages in a book. He said he don't like reading at all. You know, and he admitted it too. You know, the former kicker for the Colts, right?
No, I don't know him.
You don't watch sports,
I'm
Tanya?
a I'm a Dolphin fan.
Oh man, Mike McDaniel, he needed to be fired though. I think Mike McDaniel a good coach though, you know. I know they won their last two games, but look at the competition though, you know. I think that I don't know if McDaniel should keep a job. I think they should have not invested all that money into it though. I think with his injuries and his wrist and concussion and stuff, you know, I think that he wasn't worth the investment at all. And that's a bad mistake that they made, you know. And it's making Mike McDaniel look like he is an incompetent coach right now, you know. And I think Mike McDaniel is a good coach. He a good offensive mind, like Mike Shanahan, you know, Mike LaFleur with the Packers and everything. But I think the Dolphins, I think they need to get a new quarterback and just start over and get rid of Tua, you know, because he is the
So,
problem. You know, he don't show no leadership at all as a quarterback. When you're in a leadership position, you have to be a leader of man, especially when you are at uh the most key position in all of the NFL. You know, as Tua
yeah,
is
so
right
there's a
now.
lot riding on a quarterback's shoulders.
Exactly, and he getting paid $50 million to stink up the joint. You know, and have bad like press conferences out of the game. You know, he was saying that he too tall. You know, that's why he can't see the offensive line. You got to make it work. You get paid all the money. You get paid the big bucks to do your job.
Results, not excuses, right?
That's the business we live in. Even the entertainment business that you in. It's about results. It's the movie producing. How many people coming out to go see the movie and what's the chart records? You know.
Hmm. When you do read, what do you read?
Like to read like I like Batman and like Superman. I like comedy, you know, like comedic stuff and like sports stuff. You know, I read like newspapers and stuff, you know,
Okay, that
magazine
counts.
articles.
It counts.
See, you give me credit. I like you already. You gotta send me one of those books though, Tanya.
So that you cannot read it.
I read some of it. And guess what? I can get somebody to read the book and everything, like my mother maybe, or maybe my sister, you know.
Hmm.
So I have somebody, you know. So what causes are particularly important to you and why?
Well, definitely protecting the right to read. So that would be, the library associations, the Authors Guild, all of these agencies that are protecting our rights to read. But I also care about World Wildlife Fund. I really, really care about wildlife and animals and protecting their habitats. I care about literacy. I care about that. I do a donation drive called, I call it Valentine's for Street Teens because there's an organization here called Street Teens, and they take care of homeless teens, provide food, a place to like nap and shower and change your clothes, a place to do homework, things like that. So I have done, it's like a group effort where people come and they decorate baked goods and donate money and toiletries and gently used clothes, and then we deliver it all together as a truckload for Valentine's Day so that they remember that they are loved.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I like to give back to the homeless as well. You know, I think what you're doing, that's very good work because it's all about helping people that's in need and stuff. You know, like sometimes I think we get a little selfish and we hoard things, you know, that we shouldn't do. Like God don't want us to do it at all. He in the Bible says better to give than to receive. You know, that's how you get
Mhm.
blessings upon blessings, and that's
Right.
how He open up doors for you. You know, like I give people the shirt off my back if I could, but I need to wear clothes. So yeah, I think that's very good what you're doing with Valentine's and everything, because a lot of these teenagers they come from single parent households or or drug infected households or or abusive households, and they
Hmm.
need support because they may not have the household that other kids may have.
Right.
So what is your dream project?
Oh, I'm kind of working on one right now. I'm doing a Dracula retelling told from Mina Murray's perspective.
You say you working on say that again?
It's a Dracula retelling from the perspective of Mina Murray. She's one of the
Oh,
characters
okay.
in the book. And so the
Oh,
characters all wrote down, that book is written in letters and newspaper articles and journals and, diaries and things like that. So I'm writing it from the perspective of back in the Victorian era, there are a lot of secrets that you would not put down in letters in your journal because if anyone found out, you would be ostracized. So I'm kind of writing the secrets that they didn't put in those letters.
oh, spicy. Can you tell me some of those secrets, Sonya, or you don't want to share, Do you actually got your own diary where you write stuff down, or you like or you just put it down on like a paper or something, or like post-it notes or something,
I
Like
have
I'm
not
gonna do
written a
this, so I'm
diary
gonna
in
do
years,
that.
and part of it is like secrecy is important.
Yeah, all right. So you ain't gonna share my audience. It's okay, Tanya. Maybe next time, maybe. It's okay. You tell me the secrets offline, guys.
I will say that it's for fans of Percival Everett's James and The Library Thief by Kujenga Shenje. And if you know the secrets in those stories, you will know what secrets I'm putting in mine.
Okay, you like the Riddler then, Tanya, man. She like riddle me this, riddle me that. So, what advice would you give to inspiring artists who are facing self-doubt?
You're going to face doubt. And if you have doubt, that means that you are committed to not being mediocre because mediocre people who are, have that mediocre confidence, they don't have imposter syndrome because they think they're good enough. So if you have doubt, that's a great thing because it means that you feel like you need to improve. And we should all feel like we need to improve. So the next step would be figuring out what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then playing to those strengths and learning how to strengthen your weaknesses. Attend
What
classes, go to conferences, find a mentor, read books on whatever your particular medium is, and practice your craft more than anything. Practice your craft.
Well, I would say know your personnel. Like a lot of people, it's like the Dallas Cowboys. They mediocre. They fan with not winning at all. They want to wear the headlines. And I think some people they want to get the attention, but they don't want to put the work in.
Hmm.
It's different between like me. I'm a hard working guy. I like to work hard. I don't like being lazy at all, and I don't like lazy people because if you want something in life, you got to go for it. You got to strive for greatness and don't let anything get in your way at all. And keep God first, and you'll be all right.
Well said.
So, how do you how do others interests influence your art? Like what you do, like your other influencers, how do influence your artwork that you do?
I've been blessed with a lot of really good mentors. So they show me their examples. I read their work. I see the tools that they're using, and I use the tools that might work for me based on their example. Like I have this mentor, Gregory Compass, way back before I was anybody or had done anything. I was getting opportunities for interviews, which didn't make any sense to me because I didn't even have anything out in the world. And he said, do it anyway. Do the interviews because one day you are going to be interviewed for something that you've done and you want to know how to be on camera, how to talk to people. I was so scared that I would sit in the back of the room, like hiding behind paper, hoping that nobody would talk to me. But I listened to him, I did these interviews, and now I'm able to do it at a moment's notice. I don't need, a week to prepare to speak to someone. I just need to know, okay, what's our topic? Let me make sure I've done my hair.
I think you look fair, Tanya. I think you look fair. I
Thank
don't
you.
see no wrong. But I think you're an inspiration, though, Tanya. I'm not just saying that at all. I don't know what you think about me out of this interview.
I think you're enthusiastic about sports, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, well, I grew up in a sports house, so well, I used to play baseball and like dodgeball with my father and my brother
Mhm.
in the backyard and stuff. So I didn't have a choice. It was like
Hey, it's good to
ingrained
have
from a
passions.
kid.
It is great to have passions.
Well, I want to be in a movie though. I like to help people, and I was in the commercial with Steve Wilkos.
Well, what you should do is make yourself known to the filmmaking community there and say, hey, I'm willing to work as an extra. And that's how you get a start. And if you want to learn a skill, volunteer to learn that stuff until you can get to the point where you're good enough to be paid for it.
Well, can you give me a reference, Tonya, and also send me a book as well? Can you give me a reference? Because that'd be big coming from you, a big fan star,
I don't know anybody in Chicago, though.
Oh, okay. Wait, where are you at?
I'm
You in
in
New
Las
York?
Vegas.
Las Vegas? Okay, Sin
Yeah.
City. Oh, you going to the Formula One? You going to the Formula One race this weekend?
I am not. I am staying home.
Because that's where everybody at in Vegas right now. And
Yeah.
I know the Vegas Raiders ain't doing good. What a thud. But you got the aces though. You got Asia Wilson. I
That's
know you
right.
go to
We
those.
do.
I know women support women with Asia Wilson, Becky Hammond.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Well, y'all the dynasty.
Yeah,
I think
she's
y'all are,
amazing.
well, yeah. And she didn't Bam Adebayo from the Heat. You
Yeah.
know all this already, Tony. You all gotta get it. I mean, like I'm in Vegas. What are you talking about? I know the scoop already. Stop it.
That's okay. It's good to hear that other people are paying attention to her.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, what do you got planned coming up in the future? That you want to tell the audience or tell people about, what's coming up with Miss Tonya Todd.
Well, I have been doing a monthly series called Time with Love with two other authors, Richard May and Hadley Radine. We all have calendar books because, 52 Love is one love lesson per week. There's Gay All Year, which is one short story for every month of the year. And then Hadley has the Bachelor series, which gives one Bachelor book romance for an entire year. And so we've gotten together and we're doing these events every month. And December is our last month. And we're giving
So
away an entire library of books from every author who has been on the show on December 14th.
that sounds good. A lot of those book nerds, they definitely gonna be happy. They like,
Yeah,
you like
it's
bring
it's
your
going to
butt
be
out there.
amazing.
So the Evolve book is very good with like love lessons, right?
Yes.
I gotta read that book because I need somebody, Tanya. I'm single, so I definitely read that. It is. You gotta send me that book. I definitely need those tips, man. I'm telling you, I need them.
Everybody can use them. And even if you're single, you can apply the tips to yourself.
Yeah, well, I need that book though. You gonna send me? Can I send you my address online?
I don't think we should talk about this during the recording.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it was a pleasure to have you on, Tanya, again, and I appreciate you coming on, and you are inspiration and to all the women out there, and keep up the good work and keep being you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.